Okay, guys, this is crazy here. Hot toys are on fire. Doomsday is upon us. Also, Doomsday is gonna be upon your bank account because, with all these crazy releases from Avengers Doomsday, Hot Toys pretty much fuck your bank account. We're gonna take all your money, and I think this is gonna work for a lot of collectors. Now, I don't think I'm gonna go with this rabbit hole here, with this whole, I guess, announcement here from Avengers Doomsday that pretty much was. These were released, I don't know, a couple of minutes ago as I'm doing this video at San Diego Comic Con. If you guys remember, a couple of days ago, they showed like a panel, and there was like a countdown for like 3 days. And now Sunday here, as I'm making this video, they announced these amazing Avengers Doomsday figures. If I'm going to get any, it's only gonna be the X-Men for me. But honestly, I'm gonna wait and see if Hot Toys are gonna make a couple of these in core scale, especially Doctor Doom. I think there's gonna be easy money for them. But other than that, I'm not gonna go in this rabbit hole because this is just like the tip of the iceberg. They're gonna do a lot more characters from Doomsday. It's insane. I'm pretty much sure that Jean Grey is gonna be part of the movie, even Deadpool. Who knows? There's a lot of big surprises here. So let's take a look here at the first one, which is pretty much gonna be Magneto here. Again, the likeness to Sir Ian McKellen is fantastic. It's like day and night. Looks like he has kind of rooted here on the back, which is cool. But again, on this one, there is no removable helmet. Again, the whole figure is pretty much, in terms of the costume, is pretty much cloth, so not gonna be any worries about the material breaking or whatever. And all of these have like deluxe editions, and the deluxe editions are pretty much gonna be Sentinel parts, Sentinel heads, hands, whatever. So I think if you're gonna buy all of this, it's worth to get the deluxe edition, right? Because I think they're gonna look better when they're gonna display these, as a set, because it almost looks like I guess, a Sentinel battlefield, with all these Sentinel parts. I think it's gonna look great, in my opinion. Whenever Hot Toys are giving us like these diorama bases, I think it make the figure looks a little bit better. It pops a little bit better. I mean, sure, it's gonna take more space, but so prepare to have like a big ass gigantic display. Plus, also think about this. On average, these are gonna be about $300, $350 maybe for the deluxe edition. So if you're gonna get all of them, this is gonna be thousands and thousands of dollars. This is gonna be insane, guys. So again, this one, the deluxe edition here of Magneto. Again, it's a little bit blurry as I'm zooming in, but the likeness, again, fantastic. They are gonna have movable eyes, but look at that, man. Hot Toys came so far. I remember back in the day when I first collected my first Hot Toys figure, which is in 2009, believe it or not. It's crazy how it's almost 20 years. But yeah, man, the head sculpts. I mean, just look at the wrinkles. The baggy eyes right there. The beautiful sculpt in the eyes. The beard, everything. It's just a shame that this one doesn't have a removable head, so you can see the full like wool hair version or even the sculpted version. So that's a little bit of a shame. But other than that, the likeness here is very strong. It's almost a perfect likeness. And again, I love the helmet here. Now, what's also a shame, obviously, the X-Men movies, I grew up with those, and it almost took, I guess, Marvel almost, 26 years to give them accurate costumes. That's a little bit, insane. So here's the deluxe version of Magneto. Here's the base. Again, it's like a smashed Sentinel face. You have the fingers right there. You have the light up eye right there, which is also like I guess, the color of Avengers Doomsday. You have that very nice deep green right there. So again, this is the deluxe version. There's gonna be a regular version, and I believe there's also a Sideshow exclusive version, and all of these are gonna come with like this special ring. So again, Gambit here, which honestly, the likeness here is a little bit soft, but again, I still recognize the actor right there. Shining Tatum. Again, it's pretty cool. He looks a little bit young here, so but again, like the sculpt of the hair. Again, I don't remember if they made one for Deadpool and Wolverine, considering it was part of the movie, so I don't know if they made one. Again, you guys let me know in the comments below as usual. But again, this one has the leathery jacket. Again, very accurate costume to like the TV show. Again, you're gonna have a shitload of card effects right there. And again, he's gonna come as well in a deluxe format version right there. You're gonna have a crushed Sentinel head with like some fire effects. and some effects from the cards right there as this one got smashed. Also, yesterday night, if you guys watched the I think it was called the Hall H panel from Marvel. You know, if you're lucky enough to be there, I think there's also like only like 6,000 places in that room. They showed like some Avengers Doomsday clip. There's an Avengers Endgame extended version which is gonna release. Also, they said in that clip that pretty much Doctor Doom is gonna resuscitate the Sentinels. So that kind of almost I'm kind of scratching my head and ask like, okay, so if he's resuscitating the Sentinels, is Magneto gonna be able to just like crush them, with his powers, or maybe now they have like, I don't know, Doctor Doom cast like a special spell, so maybe that's not gonna work. Who knows, man? Like, I am kind of excited for the movie, but to be quite honest, I heard a lot of things like, oh, the movie has like a big ass budget of like 350 $400 million. The movie needs like 1.2 billion dollars to just break even, which is insane. I think Disney are relying on nostalgia. That's why they're bringing these X-Men actors back, which is pretty cool. I guess it's kind of working in a sense, but who knows? We have to wait until December. So again, this one, the exclusive version, is gonna come with a ring. I think this, yeah, it's a life-size metal ring, which is cool. So pretty much most of them are gonna have an extra ring right there. And again, my favorite here, Cyclops, man, with that jacket right there, which I believe is part of the deluxe version right here. So again, the deluxe being the diorama base and the extra leather jacket. This thing looks fantastic. Again, it took Marvel 26 years to make the accurate costumes, because if you guys remember, in the first three movies, they all had like these leathery black costumes, which again, back in the day, they look fantastic. But imagine now seeing these with the accurate costumes, it's just fantastic, man. Plus, this one has the leather jacket, so iconic. Again, this one has yet again another Sentinel head, which is massive here. It looks, to be in scale with the figure, so I'm not sure how big these guys are gonna be in the movie. We have to wait and see. But again, man, I'm losing my words here. I'm bubbling. That's how excited I am. Again, so light up eyes right there. Looks like this is gonna be on the articulated pole right there. But yeah, man, this one, I think this is the best base uh, that they give us. Again, removable jacket. You're gonna have some different laser effects for the eyes. Almost looked like he kind of chopped his face in half right there. You can kind of see the lower jaw. Very awesome looking, man. Look at that right there. Whew. Man, these are gonna take a lot of real estate in the collection. And again, this one, the special edition, you're gonna have the ring right there, the metal ring. And also, they are giving us like the Doctor Doom throne, which is gonna be like a separate piece. But again, this one looks to be very massive. There's gonna be some detachable components to this one. And again, my favorite one that they've announced, again, the Doctor Doom here. Again, there's gonna be three versions of this one. So there's gonna be the special edition, that's gonna include the ring, there's gonna be the regular version, and then there's gonna be the deluxe version, which comes with the diorama base. There's also a special accessory which was hidden. Now my guess is that's gonna be like his alternate head sculpt, which you're gonna see how Robert Downey Jr. is gonna look inside. Now, I always thought that casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is a little bit strange. Also, the fact that they announced who he was inside the costume is a little bit weird, because as a surprise, would have been cool if nobody would have knew who Doctor Doom is played by. And then towards the movie, when he removes the mask, you can see kind of like Tony Stark's face. Everybody is freaking out. I think that would have been a bigger reaction from you know from the audience. But again, that's just my opinion. And again, his diorama is pretty much gonna be like a Sentinel's hand right there, with like a, I guess, a bust up digit right there. Again, it's gonna light up, but this thing's gonna be massive if this is gonna be in scale with the figures. And again, he looks actually pretty cool, very comic book accurate, although I'm not a big fan of the armor here on the chest. Also, I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Doom. I don't know how strong he is, but again, from the trailer that was released a couple days ago, he was able to pretty much stop Stormbreaker with like only two fingers, where Thanos had like the whole gauntlet. That even Thanos wasn't able to stop it. So this guy's gonna be obviously very strong. He's gonna rely on magic and stuff to defeat the Avengers. And again, Very nice helmet right there. I'm pretty much sure that there's gonna be another version of this one, maybe battle damage version. We're gonna see the face inside, but that's gonna be pretty much closer to the movie. I don't think that Disney or Hot Toys want to spoil that surprise. Again, looks fantastic. Looks like it's gonna be pretty much a cloth suit with some armor elements. These would have been awesome if it would have been diecast. Again, if Hot Toys are making this one in core scale, I'm gonna get, just because I love their core scale line so much. As of right now, the only two Marvel figures I have in the collection are the core scale Mark 4 with the gantry and the Mark 6 from Iron Man 2. But if they're making these one in core scale, hell, even an Iron Man or not an Iron Man, a Captain America and a Hulk would be amazing, but that's gonna be too big. A Thor, at least make like the OG Avengers core scale. I think they're gonna sell very well. But again, this one, a wire cape, you have that mesh kind of, chainmail action going on right there. Very nice. Also, I'm gonna wonder how big is Doctor Doom gonna be in the movie, because obviously Robert Downey Jr. is not the biggest actor in terms of height. He's like 5'7" or something. And also they're making a Sentinel, which is gonna be crazy. Now it's not gonna be as big as the diorama parts, because otherwise this thing would have been like 50 inches tall. But again, not sure how big this one is gonna be. Again, there's also making Beast, which honestly it's a little bit funky looking, especially like the fur elements. I think the hair should have been wool. I think that would have matched more with the body, but the transition from the fur to the face is a little bit funky. Plus there's like some almost visible joints, but this one is gonna have like a fur element glued to the body, so it's pretty cool. Again, this one as well is gonna have like a sentinel part. And again, Professor X, look at that likeness right there. Jesus Christ, man, this is awesome. Again, they're gonna have movable eyes and whatnot. Now this one, how is it gonna work in the movie? Is he gonna be in the battlefield with his wheelchair? That's gonna be weird. So just asking myself that question. But again, you have his wheelchair right there. And again, here's Doctor Doom. I think the best figure right here with the man, such a nice diorama. Again, if you're buying these, I would recommend getting the deluxe edition. So now you're gonna have the dioramas. Yes, they're gonna be a little bit more expensive, but I think they're gonna be a little bit better in your display, more eye-catching, more appealing. And again, Doctor Doom here is gonna have those magical effects. And now we have more pics from San Diego Comic-Con. Again, you can see how awesome these look in person. Again, fantastic. I think these are gonna release pretty soon. I don't think that most of these are gonna release in 2027. I think they're gonna maybe be ready for the movie. I think that's gonna be a very strong marketing strategy from Hot Toys. But again, looking fantastic. Would have been cool if these would have been die-cast like the armor bits. That would have been cool as well. You can see how massive the throne is right there. Again, this is gonna be like 150 bucks easily. You can see how badass these Sentinel parts are on display right there at San Diego Comic-Con at Sideshow's booth. Again, awesome. I think these are gonna be the actual wires that are gonna power up the eyes. So again, fantastic. You can see how big this thing is next to Cyclops. And again, another great shot of Gambit right there. And I think these are gonna be on average about what, $300. So again, do the math right here. Plus, we're gonna have even more characters. They're gonna be Black Panther. There's gonna be Thor. I don't know if Hulk or Spider-Man are gonna be in this movie. Maybe that's gonna be in Secret Wars. But again, look how epic these are gonna be, man. Whew. Again, badass looking Doctor Doom right there, and Magneto, which is my second favorite here from the lineup, man. Hot Toys are definitely cooking. I think they stole the show from San Diego Comic Con, at least for me. Just with that core scale Joker, the Alien Queen. I think I'm gonna do a separate video tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you guys what was pretty much my highlights from San Diego Comic Con. And I have to say, NECA was pretty disappointing. And again, look at Beast right there. Again, here, yeah, this looks kind of weird. How you see the seam right there, almost looks like he's wearing a fur coat or something. But yeah, the transition from the fur to the face is a little bit wonky. Would have been cool, like I said, if this would have been a wool hair implantation. But again, you can kind of see the joint right there. So again, it's gonna be similar to Chewbacca. Just you're gonna have a fur coat. It looks pretty cool actually. How big he's gonna be? Hopefully, he's gonna be like 13 inches tall. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than the other characters. But yeah, he looks pretty cool right there. Again, he's gonna have a deluxe version, I would assume, with the base. Also, would be cool if he comes with an extra like angry portrait with like the open mouth. It's gonna be cool. And here's the Sentinel. Again, we don't know how big this thing is gonna be. I would say again next to Magneto right there, which is kind of raised, and he's on a base. I would say this guy is gonna be at least 20 inches tall. Again, he's gonna be articulated right there. You can kind of see the joints, but again, here's how the Sentinels are gonna look in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, very nice, very, I guess, accurate to the X-Men show. Now I don't see the reactor right there. It looks, there's no light up there, but obviously it's gonna be light up in the hands, the eyes. But yeah, very nice looking. Also, I would imagine you can kind of buy the HasLab, the one from Hasbro. It's gonna be decently scaled with these ones, but again, I think in the movie he's gonna be way bigger. As you can see, just the size right there with the hand. These are not gonna be in scale with the figures, but again, that would have been way too big. It would have been way too expensive. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this crazy stuff from Hot Toys. What was your favorite release from San Diego Comic Con? I would like to know. And guys, have a fantastic weekend. See you soon on the next video.